Hello everyone. Hope you people are doing good. Yes. In last class, we have studied about the definition of habitat and adaptations. Now, based on the plant's habitat, plants are being divided into two types. That is, terrestrial plants and aquatic plants. The plants which are growing on land, they have been grouped into terrestrial plants. The plants which are growing in water are being grouped into aquatic plants. So now when it comes for the terrestrial plants on land, there are many different regions. In that, few regions we have already covered in our previous classes. What are they? The plants which are growing on plains, we have covered. The plants which are growing in desert, we have covered it. And the plants which are growing in mountain regions, also we have covered. So in today's class, we will be looking into few more regions where the plants grow, and we will look into their adaptations also. So let's start the class. So in today's class, we'll learn about adaptations in plants that grow in rainforest. Everyone knows that forest is an habitat not only for plants, even for birds and many animals. This forest will contain many different varieties of trees, shrubs, and herbs also. And one more thing, the trees which grow in this type of forest, they are very tall. And these trees do not shed their leaves at a time. They do not shed their leaves at a time. Hence, the trees which are growing in such type of forest, they are called as evergreen trees. These evergreen trees, okay, they do not shed their leaves at a time as they have plenty of sunlight and water throughout the year. And one more, the great thing of this type of plants is the leaves which are growing in this type of plants, they have a drip tip, means sharp tips. Okay, the leaves will be having a sharp tips so that they do not allow the rainwater to stay on them for a longer time. So this helps in protecting the leaves from rotting. Rotting means getting spoiled. Examples are teak, rubber plant, etc. And the plants in these areas are very tall, as I already said, and they are broad and abundant leaves, and they are having abundant leaves. Abundant means more leaves to capture the sunlight for the process of photosynthesis. Since very less sunlight will reach to the lower vegetation, all smaller plants have larger leaves to absorb maximum sunlight available. You will be thinking, why only less sunlight will reach till down? Why to the smaller plants? Why? Yes, because the trees which have already grown up will be covering the covering as a shadow. Hence, the sunlight cannot reach very into the very deep. Okay, so the smaller plants, so that they have larger leaf that helps them to trap the sunlight wherever the little sunlight is falling on them, that makes them easy to trap the sunlight for the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so this is about the adaptation in plants that grows in rainforest. So one more fact what you have to know is, two-thirds of earth's plant species are found in the rainforest. Two-third, okay, two-third of the earth's plant species are found in the rainforest. Okay, so we'll look into the next adaptation in plants of the next region. So the next thing is adaptation in plants that grow in marshy or swampy regions. What do you mean by marshy or swampy regions? This type of land you can see near the lakes or streams. Marshy regions means they are nothing but the wetlands near the lakes or streams. Here they'll be having a lot of water. Here the normal plants cannot grow, but few trees can grow. Such type of trees are called as mangroves. So trees such as mangroves grows in these regions. In marshy regions, the soil is very clayey type, and it absorbs a lot of water. Okay. However, this type of soil cannot contain enough air for the roots to breathe. Hence, these mangrove trees have the roots which grows above the soil. Okay, hence the roots of this mangrove trees what they grow above the soil. So these type of roots are called as breathing roots. Okay, so as there is no air inside this type of clay soil, they are not able to breathe. Hence, the roots are being growing above the soil. They are called as what? Breathing roots. Few examples of these mangrove trees are called Rhizopora and Avicennia. Rhizopora and Avicennia. I'll show you the images. You can go through the images of Rhizopora and Avicennia. This is an image of Avicennia. So you can see next to the plant the roots have been grown above the soil. This is an image of Rhizopora. Even here also you can see the roots have been grown above the soil. So these two are the examples of mangroves. Now we'll see into the next region, that is adaptation in plants that grow in coastal regions. I think everyone know what is coastal regions. Coastal region means the area near to the sea. Here you should not get confused with the area near to the lakes and streams are called as marshy areas. Okay, the area which is near to the sea is called as coastal regions. In these regions, there will be very high rainfall. The condition in these regions are not favorable for all the plants to grow, because the plants as the for the normal plants the water is salty, so they cannot grow. Okay, so this coastal regions are unfavorable for most of the plants. Why? Because the water is very salty, but few plants will grow over there. What are the examples? Example is coconut and palm. Coconut, palm, etc. So, we'll learn the adaptations of coconut tree here. Yes. So here the coconut tree roots grow very deep inside the sandy soil. Why they are growing so inside, so that they firmly anchor the plant. Firmly anchoring means holding the plant. Okay, so when the breeze comes, very well in a coastal regions lot of lot of rain and high rainfall, as well as the storms also will come. So to withstand all those things, the roots are going very deep into the soil and they're anchoring the plant very tightly. Okay, the stem is strong and also flexible to withstand the strong winds. Flexible means they are easily bending themselves. They'll bend and they'll get back to the normal things. Okay, so the stem is strong and flexible. Flexible means I've already said very easily they're able to bend and they'll be standing right back into the proper position. Okay, and these kinds of trees seeds are dispersed Dispersed means moving from one place to another place. Okay, the seeds are dispersed by water from place to place. The next thing, the leaves are very thick and are formed of many long strips. You people have seen how what is the structure of the leaf of coconut plant, right? Yes, they are very long strips to bear the force of strong winds. They also have shiny surface to reflect the strong sunlight. Okay, so this is about the adaptation of plants that growing in coastal region. Can we know one fact over here now? Yes, the largest seed in the world is cocodemur. This weighs about 15 to 30 kgs. As the seeds are too heavy to float, only the hollow germinated ones are carried by the water currents. This question will be for fill in the blanks. Please note it down. The largest seed in the world is dash. Yes, that is cocoa demer. Now, let me quickly recapitulate you people about the terrestrial habitats. Habitat means a natural home for a living organisms. Okay, adaptation means how do they adjust to live in that habitat is nothing but adaptations. So when it comes for terrestrial habitats, the plants growing on lands are called as terrestrial plants. So in terrestrial habitats, again there are different regions. They are, first one is plains, second one is desert, the next mountain regions, next rainforest regions, marshy regions and coastal regions. These are the regions which are present on the land where different types of plants grow with the different adaptation in these type of regions. So this is about a terrestrial plants or terrestrial habitats of plants. Okay, hope you all understood